Hey there, welcome to my channel. Some animals have really weird adaptations that make them truly unique. So here are 5 of the weirdest adaptations of marine animals. Number 5, anglerfish. The ocean is full of some of the most bizarre-looking creatures, but few are more strange than the anglerfish. These fish live in the darkest depths of the ocean where sunlight cannot reach. It's such a dark place that many animals have evolved to use bioluminescent lures to attract prey. This particular adaptation has also been seen in other deep-sea animals such as the hatchetfish, the vampire squid, and even some jellyfish. But one of the most well-known is the anglerfish. Each species of anglerfish has a different lure, but they all work in the same way. It's essentially an extension of their first dorsal fin ray, which grows into this glowing fishing rod-like appendage. They dangle it above their heads like a tasty little morsel for passing prey. Many fish would be happy with a simple lure, but not the anglerfish. You see, sometimes the anglerfish will attract a larger animal than itself, and anglerfish need to be able to eat those too. For this reason, the anglerfish has an expandable stomach. Not only does this allow them to eat larger prey, but prey as large as themselves. So when it gets a bite on its line, the anglerfish swallows the hook, line, and sinker. And as if that wasn't strange enough, male anglerfish have one of the strangest reproductive strategies in the world. When a male anglerfish finds a female, it fuses its body to her. The male becomes nothing more than a living testicle, constantly producing sperm that fertilizes the female's eggs. This means that she can produce offspring without ever having to find a mate. Now this might seem kind of creepy, but trust me, it gets weirder. There are anglerfish species where the males are actually hundreds of times smaller than the females. One anglerfish, the Melanocetus johnson, has the smallest known male in the world. The male measures just 8 millimeters long, while the female can grow up to 60 centimeters long. That's the size difference between a small mouse and a Great Dane. No, 4 pistol shrimp. You wouldn't think much of a shrimp. They're pretty ordinary and don't do anything too exciting. Well, the pistol shrimp might be small, but it makes up for it with one of the loudest pops in the animal kingdom. The pistol shrimp snaps its claw so fast it creates a shockwave that can stun or even kill its prey. The noise made by the collapsing bubble is hotter than the surface of the sun and can reach around 210 decibels. To put that into perspective, a jet engine is around 150 decibels, and anything over 170 decibels will damage your hearing. However, the shrimp can't hear, so it doesn't mind. The popping sound is so powerful that it creates a cavitation bubble. This is a spherical void of low pressure in the water. When the bubble collapses, it creates intense heat and a powerful shockwave that can stun prey or crush their shells. This allows the pistol shrimp to capture prey that's faster than itself, like small fish and other crustaceans. However, they don't always eat what they catch. Sometimes the pistol shrimp will simply toss its prey back and swim after it, giving chase. It seems like an odd thing to do, but it works because most animals aren't used to being attacked by a shrimp. But the snapping sound isn't only used for hunting, sometimes it's used for communication. Studies have shown that pistol shrimp will produce different sounds depending on what they're doing. A single snap is a warning call, while two snaps mean that there's food nearby. No. 3. Leafy sea dragon. Most animals camouflage themselves to blend in with their surroundings, but the leafy sea dragon takes things to another level. As you can probably guess, this weird-looking fish lives in the ocean. But look closely and you can see that it doesn't exactly look like a fish. Its body is covered with leaf-like appendages that make it look like a floating clump of seaweed. This is actually an adaptation that allows it to blend in perfectly with its environment. It's found in coastal waters around southern Australia, where it drifts along with the seaweed. This means that predators such as fish and sea turtles can't spot it in the distance. It also makes it harder to spot since it's not moving very much. It just looks like a piece of seaweed drifting along with the current. While most fish swim with strong motions of their tail, The leafy sea dragon hardly swims at all. Instead, it lets the current carry it along, drifting aimlessly like a piece of litter. In fact, its fins are almost useless for swimming, but they're perfect for holding onto rocks and seaweed. This is another way that it helps it stay hidden from predators. It can hold onto seaweed or rocks, keeping it out of the open water where it's more visible. If that wasn't enough, the leafy sea dragon also has gills that are adapted to breathe in fresh oxygen from the surface. Most fish get their oxygen from the water around them, but the leafy sea dragon needs to actively pump oxygen into its body. Note 2. Goblin shark. The goblin shark is one of the strangest looking creatures in the ocean. It has a very long extendable jaw that can shoot forward to grab prey. This is very similar to a whale's jawbone, which can shoot up to snatch krill out of the water. The extendable jaw gives the goblin shark a huge advantage when hunting. It can launch its jaw forward at lightning speed and vacuum up prey. It also has more than 3,000 teeth that can be replaced throughout its lifetime, so it can continuously chomp down on its prey. Despite its fearsome appearance, the goblin shark isn't very large. They usually measure around 3 meters long and weigh 100 kilograms. However, scientists believe that they can grow much larger, although none have been recorded yet. They have pinkish, translucent skin that makes them look very strange. It almost looks like somebody took a clear plastic bottle and put it in the shark's skin. This is why the goblin shark looks so bizarre when it's pulled up onto a boat. Its skin seems to glow and it looks like it's from another planet. Another reason why the goblin shark looks so strange is because it lives very deep in the ocean where few predators can survive. This means that it has very few natural enemies and can live a very relaxed life. It's believed that the goblin shark has been around for over 100 million years, meaning that it's older than dinosaurs. No. 1. Sea cucumber. Sea cucumbers come in all shapes, sizes, and colors. You can find them in almost every ocean on the planet. One of the weirdest things about the sea cucumber is its anus. Some species have retractable anus that they can stick out to breathe. It may sound disgusting, but it works. The sea cucumber sticks its anus out to breathe in oxygen, then it withdraws it back inside to expel waste. But the anus isn't the only weird thing about the sea cucumber. These bizarre creatures can squirt their internal organs out of their anus to distract predators. They basically throw up their guts to escape from danger. But before you get sick to your stomach, it's important to know that they can regrow these organs. After squirting out their insides, the sea cucumber is able to completely regenerate its digestive tract within just a few days. And this isn't the only strange thing that sea cucumbers can do. Some species breathe through their anus using something called a respiratory tree. This is a series of thin, delicate structures that are attached to the sea cucumber's anus. They absorb oxygen directly from the water around them and release carbon dioxide back into it. Finally, sea cucumbers can liquefy their bodies slightly to squeeze through tiny gaps. This means that they can escape from predators by literally turning themselves into a liquid. They basically become a thick soup and ooze out of a small opening, leaving the predator confused and empty-handed. But now it's time for you to make your voice heard. Comment below which was the weirdest adaptation of all. And if you want to see more short videos, stay tuned for more content. Thanks for watching.